Ready?
Ready?
Ready. Let's bring the meeting to order again with prayer. God help us make it through this day and the time to come with the diseases out there and the losses of our friends. We bless everyone here and their families. Amen. Secretary's report. She
Okay.
has, I believe, 2 of them, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay, the last time we met in person, I believe, was January 23rd. The meeting began at 10:37. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe if you speak up a little bit for Bonnie, that'd be good, or we
Okay.
can move the phone.
Okay, present were Chairman Skip Scott, Vice Chairperson Flo Purvier, Treasurer Walter Scott, Secretary Mel Shaughnessy, and Director Claudia Provenchal. Members Nancy Afonso, Bonnie Cunningham, Jane Gregorio, John Nason, and Bill Lipka. Prayer was given by Skip. Secretary's report was presented by Mel. A correction, Mondays, Flo and Nancy will have desk duty on alternating Mondays. Motion to accept, Nancy, second Jane, motion passed unanimously. Treasurer's report was presented by Walter. Expense account balance, $2,796.63. Formula grant balance, $4,582.56. Gift account balance, $6,030.61. The senior center building balance, $14,848.48. Walter indicated the town account balances may be different as the town is reorganizing the accounts. Motion to accept Jane, second Nancy, motion passed unanimously. Director's report presented by Claudia. A list of all members and their contact information was distributed. A list of responsibilities and senior center coverage was distributed. Nancy will be responsible for purchasing supplies at BJ's. All will be responsible for keeping our new kitchen in order and seeing that all people are careful with the new equipment. The cost of the kitchen was increased to $25,673 due to plumbing code compliance issues. We have a new police liaison officer, Sergeant Ryan Kuchar. Ryan will be stopping by for coffee and will be hosting a cookout on July 8th, 20, rain date July 15th.
Not happening.
That didn't. Mohegan Sun trip, April 15th, 20. Computer classes are in process. Motion to adjourn John, second Bill. Motion passed unanimously. The meeting adjourned at 12:30 p.m. Next board meetings, which also didn't happen, 2/27/20 and 3/26/20 at 10:30. Respectfully submitted.
Motion to accept as it is? Doesn't say a name.
Jane.
Okay.
Bill.
Jane and Bill.
Okay, Bill. second.
And Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie.
Jane and Bonnie. Okay, Bonnie.
My phone's doing good.
Okay, the
Yeah.
treasurer's report. Oh, you still
Oh, I
got
still
another
have
one.
another one.
Yep, sorry about that.
That's okay. So then, on May 27th, 2020 at 10 a.m. Present were Chairperson Skip, Vice Chair Flo, Secretary Mel, Treasurer Walt, members Nancy, Bill, John, and Jane, Town Administrator Ryan McLean. Bonnie was absent on that date. Topics discussed as follows. Claudia addressed the COA Board and Town Administrator regarding the reopening of our senior center. A reopening committee was formed, including Claudia, John, and Nancy. The committee agreed to develop a reopening plan and schedule, which will be submitted to the Board of Health. A quote, soft opening was discussed using an outdoor tent for activities, including coffee with friends and walking group as a start. Egg and food distribution will continue as established for the time being. Claudia also discussed the townwide yard sale, which is scheduled for Labor Day weekend. A yard sale committee was formed, including Flo, Jane, and Bill. Jane agreed to make several signs for the yard sale as well as the senior center. Thank you. Bill agreed to contact dumpster rental companies. The next meeting date and time is to be determined, and the meeting adjourned at approximately 11:30 a.m.
And I want to add to that it went off very well. Everybody worked so hard. Thank you. And,
Make a
Motion
motion,
to
we
accept.
accept.
okay.
Second, Jane.
The treasurer's report is next.
Okay,
He's
so-
not here, so who's gonna give it?
All right, so I think, let's see if I can read this right. The expense account, as you can see, what we paid for, the balance of the expense account in the back is $3,756.71.
That's up to date, right? That's,
Yeah,
okay.
okay, so, actually,
Is this July?
yeah, okay. We have to do this with
Sort of,
expenses and supplies. So this has got both of them in it. So the total balance of the account is that,
Okay,
3756, okay?
okay.
Formula grant, we don't have yet.
We didn't receive it yet?
No, we haven't gotten it yet. So usually we don't get it until later on anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But we can spend the money.
Mm-hmm.
So he just, so far, has just done Ed Gosson's mileage on this.
Can
So
you
we
re-
have a minus of 112.14 right now.
Could you refresh us as to what we can get with that?
The formula grant,
Yeah.
we can do programs with that. We can do stipends with that. We can, let me just think what else I can. Supplies, equipment to run the salon, to run the, see, I had all the salon. Yeah,
Okay, just not food and that kind of stuff.
not food, we can't use it for gambling, we can't use it, you know,
Aw.
or anything like that. We can't do, you know, like for bingo, when we play bingo, that can't come out of this here.
And we can't do the barbecue, that kind of stuff either.
No, we can't do the barbecue out of that, but we can do the volunteer dinner. We allowed, I think it's $16 a person, so we can do the volunteer dinner out of this, absolutely. And the barbecue was like a volunteer barbecue,
That's true.
so that was, yeah.
And programs like the art class.
Art
Yeah,
class,
and
computer
computer
classes,
classes,
the
okay.
paint class that we have going on, yes, yes.
Okay.
And this is the gift account. So the gift account,
You got the
is
paper?
14,9336. Okay, so we have a little,
I have a question about that.
we have a little discrepancy, me and Walt, so I have to go look at that over.
Scotty's Party donated $125.
What?
Scotty's Parties.
Yes, where were we here?
That must, no, those are the deductions,
The
right?
deductions, yeah.
On the top?
That's all they cost us? That's all that?
Oh, no, this is,
No,
no,
no.
this is income.
No, this is,
Oh.
Well,
That's income.
that
Oh.
we took, no, it's not income, that's where his mistake is, that came out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we had to pay them.
That
Where
came
are
out,
we? On,
That was
treasurer's
a-
report?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Oh,
We're on
Scotty's
before the
Party.
end.
We're on the
Front
formula
page,
grant.
July
I mean, not, the- I mean, the
Gift.
gift account,
Gift account.
yeah.
This one. And the question is this.
The town-wide
Scotty's.
yard sale.
Can you butt in? Sure.
How much, you got in donations in Dick's name?
Yes, we got,
Have that listed?
yeah, I got,
We do have that. Yeah.
175, I think, Vaughn? That's what he's,
Bad.
no, and there's one missing, I think there's more, cause there's a $50 one that he hasn't put in yet. So there is a $50 one
Starts
also.
like this.
So
And
225?
then it says this at the
I
top.
think so.
Good.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very good.
You will-
25?
You will send her the reports though, right?
I've sent her the name of all the people.
Okay.
Vaughn, if you go on your computer, I sent you of all the people that gave,
Yeah,
so
I
you've got
sent out thank you notes to everybody except,
20?
the last one.
25, 25, 100, 25, 25, and 50. So 250 so far.
Great.
See, he doesn't have this on right. I have to do this over.
Okay.
I have to do this over.
Thank you.
You're
So should
welcome.
we accept it, or?
Is she still talking?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I have to do this over. So we'll go with what he says right now.
Okay. This may be changed,
14,93361,
this may be changed.
maybe change, cause I gotta
Okay.
subtract.
How come there's two
So-
yard sale separate things?
Because we got money afterwards, came in.
Oh.
190 came in, and this, so we got like
Okay.
7,300 for the yard sale. We deposited, we did pay for the dumpster and all that, but, listen, Walter is leaving, cause he's moved to Heritage Village. So we're gonna need a new treasurer. So if anybody's interested or knows anybody that wants to come on the board, cause he's leaving the board, cause he doesn't live in town anymore.
Is this new business now?
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
director's report. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on
Treasurer's
Still on treasurer's
report.
report.
Yeah, this week.
Okay?
Still
Motion to
treasurer.
accept the treasurer's report, the way Claudia put it in.
So moved.
Yeah, with the changes, we still have changes to put in that.
Yeah,
So,
I gotta look that.
as for now, that's the treasurer's report.
Who seconded?
I'll second it.
Thanks.
I think this would be
Good.
the appropriate place for me to say how great this place looks.
It does.
It's probably the best looking room in the town. And the efforts of Claudia and her
There we go.
friends and people that helped, that this place looks great. And I think we should be proud of it, and the town should be proud of it. Because a lot of the money comes from the efforts of people, like the yard sale and the Christmas fair, that we have the money to do that, and the people that donated to the Giving Tree.
Absolutely.
And now we're up to the director's report.
So it came up, the Christmas fair. That came up about, should we do it, should we not do it, what should we do? They had a bake sale down at the Williamsville Chapel. And I don't know exactly the whole story there, but anyway, they had a bake sale. And when the lady who was on that committee is on the Board of Health. So I don't know where all the bake sale stuff came from, I didn't ask. So I talked to Mallory about it, and she seems to think we could do the Christmas fair. I have the report, hold on. I have the report that they put in, hold on. Of course, now I can't find it. Did I leave it on the table? Well, I have the report that they put in to the Board of Health so that they could have the Williamsville Chapel. It's right there. So if you wanna take a look at that, they think that if we go meet with the Board of Health, that we should be able to do it. We had an entrance here, an exit here, we wear the mask, we wouldn't be able to serve the food, but they could take home the stew and the bread and whatever, if we still wanna do that. So my question is, we need to, if we're gonna do that, we need to think about it now, cause we gotta plan for it, it doesn't just happen. It takes a while to plan it and get it ready and get your vendors and everything, so I wanna know what the board thinks about it. I mean, if you wanna do that, I'm more than happy. I think it gives us something to think about, something to do, something to think about. So I would be willing to try to put it together, but what does the board think?
So you're talking inside, not like we talked about outside.
Inside, it does not look like we're gonna have the deck for Christmas. The prices for the deck came in pretty high, but I wasn't surprised, cause the cost of everything now is it's out of sight. So when Ryan and I talked about the cost, I mean, he was surprised that it was gonna cost that much, and so.
It's
I
hard
don't-
to get building materials
It
now.
is.
Right.
Very hard to get, so.
It's very hard to get that, and it's very expensive.
First thing that's very difficult to get is pressurized lumber, which is what you're probably gonna be using out
Well,
there.
that or
Yeah.
Trex.
Yeah.
Trex is, they say, is a better, it's gonna
It's
last
more
longer, it's gonna
expensive,
be
but
better.
it's for, that's
And
it.
one guy told me
Have to
that
do it
he
again.
thought the Trex was, because pressure treated is too hard to get right now, the Trex might be a better way to go, but. So I don't think we're gonna have that for Christmas, I was hoping that we could, but I don't think we are.
So-
Maybe it will come to be, but I doubt it. So it would be inside, but we thought also, but Asta brought up to me, if we could make swags and wreaths, we could set a couple of tents out there and put all the swags and the wreaths. Or if we didn't have it in town, we wanted to just come in and make swags and wreaths and set up on the side of the road up there and sell our stuff. you know,
But
wreaths
you
and
gotta
stuff like that.
remember that the church does that.
The church is not having their sale there, but what they're gonna do is they're calling everybody, they're not letting people go into the church.
Yeah.
So they're,
So that's what I'm leery about, is how many are gonna be set up and how many people are gonna come in and out, you know.
I almost think if we do anything, it has to be outside.
We're plowing
Okay.
new ground here because this is something nobody really had
Exactly.
to, since 1919, I think it was, when they had the flu epidemic. It was very bad, by the way, at Devon's. So there was a connection here. They came back from overseas and
Oh,
they had
yeah.
a real problem. But we've got to rethink everything we do.
Yes.
And sometimes err on the side of caution. I'm a former safety officer for a large organization, and you had to think outside the box all the time when things happen. Nothing ever happened like this.
No, no.
But one thing that did happen is we lost the water once, and there's a state law that says public building like this cannot open
Nope.
when there's no water.
No.
So I just think we need to.
Oh, I made sure that they knew that.
Yeah.
I called them
Did
all
you?
up there, yeah.
Good, good.
I called them all and let them know that we weren't having bingo.
But there is a difference when you're, because I was a teacher at the school, and we've lost the school, which is a public building. So
Yeah.
when if it loses water while you're there, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, we didn't know before we opened that day.
But,
You know, you come in and then you find out this, so like the kids are already there, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
They can, you whatever, it's just common sense to either wait to see if it's
They
fixed
couldn't,
or you,
but we could, because they couldn't, because they didn't have the buses to take the kids
Right,
back
you
home
have to
yet.
wait
There
for
were no
all that,
drivers around.
yep.
But that isn't an issue for us. We're
Right.
talking about
Right.
not having bingo
Yeah,
right, right,
between you and I.
because elderly have to go to the bathroom a lot.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah. And so that, you know, that would be a situation where we couldn't do that,
Right.
so. But they were fine with it, they understood that
That's
we
good,
couldn't have bingo.
If you do decide to have it, it has to be controlled
Right.
greatly, and they can't let more than like 5 or 7
We
people
can-
in.
we can
and
have
Oh,
out.
the fair, now you're
Yeah.
back to the fair,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Oh,
but
you
the
mean the fair?
workers,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the
That's,
fair.
that's,
The workers might, the booth people might, you might have like 8 vendors.
yeah,
There's the 8 people.
Yeah.
not counting who comes in
Yeah, see, I'm
and out.
surprised she said you could have
She
it.
said we
She
could
told us
have
we could
it
only
as
have 8
long as
people in
we
here.
came in and made a path for them to go like this.
And keep moving.
And then go like this and go in and go like that and out the door.
Yeah, but what if somebody stops and buys
They
something?
touch them and stuff.
Well, that's where someone
Well,
at
the
the door
yard
has to
sale, look
stop
at the yard sale.
That
Yeah,
was
sure.
We
Yeah.
had 50
Outdoors.
million people at everybody's booth.
Yeah.
We had hand sanitizer there, we had our masks on.
And everything
We
worked.
took care of ourselves. It did go very well, and we have had no repercussions from that at
Yeah, but
all.
that was some beautiful weather. Now, December 5th, you don't know what's gonna.
I mean, if we don't want it, that's fine. I wanted to bring it up because Mallory came and approached me. She gave me the letter for that. She doesn't think, she said there's other people doing Christmas things, and if we wanted to, she doesn't think it would be, she thinks that we could do it. But if everybody feels uncomfortable or doesn't wanna do it, that's fine with me. I'll just take it right off the thing and it doesn't matter. But I wanted to make sure I brought it up to the board and how you feel.
I think we have another meeting coming up anyway, right, beforehand?
Well,
Yeah,
the
but you
thing
don't want
is,
to be
the
then.
thing
Too
is,
late.
I can't in November say, okay, we're gonna have, I mean, I suppose we could throw it together.
No.
But it does take some planning.
Yeah.
You know, people don't understand that. It takes a lot of planning if you wanna do it right.
So here's another thought.
Yeah.
What if we just had like 4 tables set up in here and it's only the council on aging, the golden ages, the senior, that you don't open it up to any other vendors?
That's fine.
What if it's just the
That's fine.
senior selling things and then we'd only have to have a couple people in here selling? Do you know what I mean?
So are you saying the vendors give it to those tables to sell for them?
No, we wouldn't have any vendors.
You wouldn't have any.
It would just be the council on aging. It would
So-
just be the senior groups.
We don't have a lot to
The
sell.
friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
What do
you
you
have to
sell?
come up
Yeah.
with it.
We don't have a lot to sell, and I'll tell you, one year, they complained about that, and they wanted just, we worked trying to make crafts, trying to
Yeah,
make
it
stuff,
was
trying to do
hard.
it. I said,
Okay,
I'm
so
never
we don't-
doing that
We
again.
don't have a lot of people to do
I mean,
that
who's
stuff.
gonna make all the stuff?
Yeah,
Unless you put it out
I
there
mean,
and
we
see
did
who wants to
Reese, we
volunteer
made
stuff.
Reese, but it was always
then
the
you're bringing
same
more
people and,
yeah.
you know, so you,
Right,
but I think we could do a wreath tent out there.
And what about the hunter stew? That always
It
goes.
sells, we can make that.
Yeah, we can make that and
And
then
just-
sell it outside.
And you sell,
or
you sell
serve, you can
pastry
sell
at
it
the field
here,
day.
but they're all
We
closed up
can,
Yeah.
yeah,
package.
and we can have a bake table. We can have a bake table. Because they had a bake table down there,
Well, it's like, yeah,
and where did the food come from? Who made it? Was it a safe serve kitchen? Did they have a safe serve person there? I don't know. I don't think Mel knows. That their thing is right there, but anyways,
I didn't go to any of that.
No, I didn't either.
I didn't even know that's happened.
so I was thinking if we wanted to make swags, make things, we could decorate a little tent out there. Of course, we have to be careful if it's bad weather and windy. We don't wanna lose our tent. We'd have to put it up like that morning. And then, do you wanna do it for one day, or if we're gonna do all that work and just make money on wreaths, you know, donations for the wreath, we would maybe do it a couple of days, Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. Depends on how much we get made. And then we'd all have to make the stuff. I can make all the bows. We have to go pick all the stuff. I don't mind going in the woods and getting it.
That's good, that stuff.
But you gotta wire it, right, Jane? You gotta wire it.
It's
and
a
get it.
lot of work to make in a wreath. I
Yes,
made
it
one
is.
Don't
once.
look at me.
But we could do
Just
swags.
once.
And it looked terrible. I bought it myself. Anybody else
I'll bake.
We could do swags and other Christmas things, you know, other. But, all right, well, that's,
Swags are
I would table it
That's
until the
something,
next
I was
meeting.
gonna say, that's something to think
honestly.
about.
Well, she
That
said,
happens.
that's not
that
enough
won't be
time.
enough time to do
well,
it.
if you wanna
Decide
table
to
it,
do
we can
it.
see what we're doing in the next meeting, if we feel like we wanna
I,
do
you
it.
know,
I would opt for the outdoor, sale of
yeah,
Just-
Christmas
just
type homemade
greeneries
items,
and-
you know.
And you know, maybe we could even do the baskets and put them outside in the tent. We could put the 2 tents up. We get
The
2 large
raffles,
tents.
the raffles.
We could maybe do the raffle. I could still maybe make the baskets, and we could set them up out there.
So we could do stew, have the basket raffles,
we
the
still could,
wreaths or swags or whatever.
we still could have something in here, but not as much as we usually do, that's,
You
But
could
you're
have
still
the
gonna
basket
get the
raffle.
people
Yeah.
flow. I
Yeah.
think people are worried about
Yeah.
the people coming in and out.
exactly.
Well, we'd have to clean really good afterwards. We have the air
Well,
machine
we'd
now,
have to
and we
table.
would have to.
That is wonderful that
They're
the
really
Friends
good.
bought for us. That was well over $1,000, and Darlene is getting us extra filters for that. I feel like the air is much cleaner in here.
where is it?
That is
Is
amazing.
that big
On the
white
floor.
thing over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
On the floor.
I think it's
Have to stand up.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I feel like it
Yeah.
feels cleaner and better. So, all right, well,
Does
we'll,
that disinfect too, or just,
yes.
oh,
Yes.
so you can stand in front and look at the disinfect?
Yeah, yeah, you can, Bill.
clean you right up.
Like taking a shower.
I would go for the outdoor
Yeah?
part of it.
Yeah, you know, that stew is so popular, and it's everybody that gets it sings its praises, and even into other towns. Why don't we try and make that one of the main money makers and advertise that people can either stop by the senior center or call and order it, and they can have it all boxed up and ready, or they can get it frozen for it so that they can have it on Christmas Eve or something like that. Would that be?
Well, we don't wanna freeze it, Bon.
Well, I don't
No, because we're just making.
We don't wanna,
Everybody looks forward to that so much, and it's a good seller, and you know, you make a decent profit.
well, we don't wanna freeze it, Bon, but we could make it and they could take it home and do what they want with it, but it's not really great when you
All
freeze it.
right, then that's,
Claudia, we could be talking all day. I'm gonna make a motion that we form a Christmas fair committee and
trying to,
of 3 to 5 people, and that's it.
Christmas
Still talking.
celebration or whatever, and,
I don't have my hearing aid.
that your famous.
What?
is
Well.
available, takeout, and, people it can be ordered ahead, so make sure you don't miss out.
Good idea.
Well, do we
All
wanna,
right,
think about this? I mean, we'd have to rush to
Well,
put
why
it
don't we-
together later.
why don't we make a committee like John said, and let's the committee make the decision whether we have it or not. and then we can make a decision on how we wanna have it or how we're gonna do it.
Okay,
So, I mean, I would certainly be on that committee. I would like to do that. I mean, if anybody, John, does anybody else wanna be on it?
don't,
I'll be on it.
Nance, okay.
So to make sure I don't have to do any crafts.
No crafts. Janie, you gonna come with us on
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Oh, good. All right, so John and me and Nancy and Jane. We'll figure it all out so it's gonna be safe for everybody, because we certainly don't want anybody to be sick.
right,
But
No,
we
we
don't
have-
wanna let Christmas come and go with nothing, and we certainly wanna give people a reason to keep on going.
you know, cause we usually have our dinner and for the, elderly at Christmas time, and that's, you know, that's gonna be on a hold, and,
Who is that?
No, we do the Golden Ages.
huh?
Golden Ages is having theirs.
Are
Golden
they having
Ages
their
is
little
having their
meeting?
Christmas
Oh,
party.
nice.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
so it depends on.
Well, as of now, unless the restaurants get shut down.
Yeah.
Then we won't.
We turned it, we are one of the high, we're in the red now, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
We're one of the high-risk states, so conceivably, if your children came down from New Hampshire, they may not be able to go back unless they quarantine for 14 days.
Yeah, cause New Hampshire is,
They
They
never
have
go
a
down.
24-day
I'm going tomorrow.
quarantine.
Yeah.
I would just,
well, so we, committee, we'll count on the committee to make the decision. And in the next meeting, we'll know what's up. Is that, okay with everyone?
Yes.
All right. Motion to accept everything?
Aye.
Well,
Second,
is there
Bill.
anything else, Claudia, that you wanted to speak to?
no, and I put a lot of this under the new business was under the director's report, so I
Okay.
think might have to pass through that, I don't know.
Flu
Is there
clinic?
new business that you need to, oh, vendors, yep. That's all has to do with the fair, right?
Right, so
Okay.
that's whatever.
All right.
But the flu clinic is been postponed to November 4th.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What happened to that, by the way? Did they just
There
not-
was a mix-up, and the lady got sick or something, I don't know. There was a mix-up on it, so we changed it to the 4th. She
Okay.
changed it, Walgreens is gonna do it. So if you want your flu shot, we just put it on the list, I'm gonna get mine on the, but I said, we shouldn't get it, that's what I said. It's an omen, we shouldn't have got it on that day for whatever reason.
There you go.
It's an
We
omen.
need it on the 4th.
We need
yep.
to get it on the 4th. So, yeah.
I already got mine anyway.
Did you guys get the older one? The
I get the
65
older
and up?
one. I got it last year.
That's what she's bringing, yeah.
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 Well, she's bringing both, 'cause,
I got
you know,
mine yesterday.
Jenny.
The old business is covered with, whatever we've talked about, the,
What's sign up sheet for shoppers, volunteers, what's that?
Well, that's if you come in the door, they have to wanna keep a name of everybody
Oh,
coming
that's-
in and
that's
out.
still the Christmas
So if they
fair.
should contact, anybody should contact the flu, they would have a name of everybody that came in, and they would call everybody, and they would go get tested. So you would have a name of all the volunteers that worked, any person that walked in the building, so they wanna keep track of that. So if they heard of a case, then they would definitely have everybody.
so we've covered new business and old business. Is there anything else anyone wants to talk about?
Oh, yes. We
She's
wanna
still
go over,
talking.
Nancy has something she wants to go over.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sure I do.
You do?
Yeah. Oh, and I wanted to just tell you that we lent a party chair and a wheelchair out to this gentleman a while back. He came and got it for me and brought it home. His wife needed it. He just brought it back the other day with a $200
Oh,
donation
isn't
check.
that nice?
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
Oh,
he didn't
should I
have
get
to
his
do
name
that.
To send a thank you?
Yeah, you should. give us
Already
one.
done, honey.
Okay.
Oh, you already did it? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that one was
Oh, very nice.
This is kind of a review of old business, but because we weren't in meeting for a Zoom meeting there that we had, and I was on the committee for a reopening, and one of the things we said we would do, and I volunteered to do it, was to create a daily cleaning chart. But we never had a meeting after that to go over it. So I've tried to show it to everybody who is on duty here. You know, I know I showed it to John, but then it was tucked away in one of these plastic things over here. We have handouts, and even I forgot. you know, because I'm not always here at the end of the day to do the cleaning. So I guess I just got out of the habit of doing it. And then the other day I was here, Monday, because it closed early. And I was here and I got home and I go, shoot, I didn't fill out my own cleaning chart. So I took care of it the next day. But anyway, this is the cleaning chart and it's pretty simple. And usually what people do when they're here at the end of the day, well, hopefully, is that you would look at each thing and make sure you've done it. And then you can just put your initials at the top and draw a line down. But there's 2 pages, so make sure you get to the second page. And I did have a little note here, but I don't know if people saw it. So I put a note on the coffee machine. This being a new coffee machine, we got this when we were doing the outdoor stuff and the tent. And these are thermal coffee containers. And they told us to make sure that the coffee machine is shut off on the weekends. So it shouldn't be on for longer than that 24-hour period kind of thing. So it needs not shut off, unplugged. Unplugged. So I put an orange sticky there. It should be unplugged on Thursdays because we're not open on Fridays except for special things like this. So, and it certainly can be plugged in. It does take a while for it to heat up and the green light to come on. I notice that on Monday mornings. I have to get in here early enough to make sure it's, you know, perking there before the coffee with friends people come in.
Yeah, because that's different, you know.
Right, so I had it down here, I had written it, but then I said, you know what? Part of the thing is to clean all the finger touch surfaces, and anyone who's here volunteering should be checking that coffee pot before you leave anyway. So, and make sure you look at that little orange note and unplug it if you're here at the end of the day on Thursday. Because it wasn't unplugged when I came in Monday, and that means it had been on since Thursday of the previous week, which is not a good thing. So, all right, if there's any questions, I mean, most of these things are pretty self-evident. And we have the spray. The spray was up there, the aerosol spray. Where'd that go, Claudia? Our aerosol spray, we were
There's a
keeping
can.
it up there.
We usually keep a can up there, let's take
We
one.
had 2. I think you put one in the
I
bathroom.
put one in the bathroom, yeah,
Okay, so we have an aerosol, this is for your air. So all the, you know, around the air should be, you should spray that before you leave. And it's okay for surfaces if that, it's like Lysol spray, you know. If it comes down the surfaces, that's all just a plus. But you should, you know, clean all the surfaces that have been touched. And certainly in the computer area, the mice, it's all right here. Just look it over and I can send this around. And where are we leaving it? We're leaving it right there
it's
on
pinned
that
right
cork
here,
board.
yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to send it around or you all good?
I have another concern, and I developed it on the way here, because I was bringing back egg boxes, and a large stack from my daughter-in-law brought back because I think Claudia's called me.
I emailed, right, because we were out
If-
about this.
If what I heard this morning is true, and there's an increase, and I don't wanna say who it was, but it's somebody that would know, that we had 7 additional. If that's the case, for the egg boxes, you should bring the egg box to people out front, or in here, however you're gonna walk them through. They should bring their egg box and have it filled right there from the bulk, unless they come through already packed. And you take your own egg back home with your eggs, because you don't know where the egg boxes are coming from. You know, we're just filling them from what we have here, and that could be an area of concern. How are you gonna track that?
What if we
You
Lysol?
know, you don't know who it
What if
came
we
from.
spray them with
Yeah, I was gonna
Lysol?
say, what if we Lysol 'em when we get them?
You're not
Why
gonna
not bring it
I'm
to
a
us?
big
'Cause
recycling
it's
fan,
not
but
hard.
I think we should just throw those away for now.
Okay, so we're
We
not,
should recycle
we're
them.
not getting enough
We're not
from
getting
the
enough from the
egg people.
farm.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We ran out.
Okay,
But
so
if we,
That's why I'm saying,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
bring your own egg box that you've already used in your own home. Nothing has happened, obviously. And you fill that egg box, even if it's out front or in here. And it won't take that long. People would walk through, get their egg box filled, and walk out with a dozen eggs, and that's the end
okay,
of it.
so that'll really slow things down. My thought is, it's another thought, different, but
Yeah.
another thought is, well, number one, from what all I've heard in the past month or two, is that it's not so much on surfaces anymore. even though I think it's a good idea to keep all our surfaces clean, but it's more airborne. But like I do with the books, when the books come in, I put them on top, they should sit a couple days before we include them in the things that go out to people. We could do the same thing with the egg cartons. When they come in, we can make sure that they sit, we don't use them until the next week.
Actually, it's 24 hours, but
Yeah,
keep them put aside anyway.
right,
Err on the side of caution. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If we have one person that comes in here and gets sick or
right, dies, right. yeah,
dies,
yeah, I know.
we'd never
Right.
forget it or live it down.
So we
Exactly.
could just accept the egg cartons, on Thursday and then set them aside for the next Thursday. And that would still give us a,
And they're outside
supply.
anyways, they're outside in that cabin, you're not even
Yeah.
bringing them in here.
Right,
They should be outside in that cabin, and you know what, you can package the eggs outside too. Right there, we got that little thing up there, that tarp. If we wanted to, they could put the eggs right there, you could package them right outside.
just put a white table out there,
There is a table out there.
yeah.
Yeah, the table's out there, so, but the boxes don't come in, we don't store them in here anymore, we store them out there. So, yeah,
You know what I'm saying, is it still needs time to set.
right,
We-
so if we
shouldn't
take
use
this
them
egg
as soon as
box,
they come in.
yeah, and fill it and give it right back to them,
So if the country head gives us empty boxes,
Sometimes.
they give us flats. Oh, they give us the empty boxes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come
sometimes.
through all packed.
packed. Can we buy some off them to get ahead?
Oh, no, they're fine, but give them to us if they have them.
Oh.
It's
See,
just
this
that
week
they've
they
been
were
running
supposed to
out.
come back with them, cause we had very few, and they never came back with them.
There was a night,
Does anybody know how, what the upper temperature is for killing the virus? Could you take some stacks of egg cartons and just put them in the oven at like 200 degrees and leave them there for half an hour and sterilize them?
Is that in your serve safe?
Well, this virus wasn't around when I took it, so.
No, but
Yeah,
killing germs.
Sterilizing, I don't think we covered sterilizing.
I think we lost Bonnie.
Bon?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay,
Bon, I think that would be too much. You know, if we took the egg boxes, we're gonna bring them inside anyways, the germs are on them in here already, they're jumping off over there. You're gonna put them in the oven, then where's the germs going when you get them in the oven? I don't know. I don't know.
Start a fire.
What if we start a fire?
That's been done.
all right, so we'll leave it at egg boxes, bring your own, is that the way you wanna leave it, is bring your
Well,
own,
no, I'm
or
just
some
making
people
that as a suggestion.
Yeah.
Why don't we just call the egg people and ask them if they could send it to us boxed?
send it, oh, okay.
And if they can't, could they send their eggs with us? I mean, the
Okay,
boxes with
box.
us?
Well, I thought that's what they always,
I thought so too,
We
but we,
yeah.
you know, sometimes they don't have it, I guess.
It
but-
did say in their flyer that they had to put on a new truck because they had so many deliveries now that the COVID, more eggs were being sold and, that could be the reason why.
that's a good idea though. Just say because COVID seems to be increasing a little bit, it's very important for us to have new boxes.
Right, we could have new boxes.
Do you want
because
me to call? I've had contact with them over
Go
the
ahead
years.
now, yeah?
That'd be
Okay,
great.
I'll do that.
You talk chicken?
And you can, and you can let us know at the next meeting.
Or
You'll
you'll have to let us
earlier.
Yeah, I'll probably go home today and call.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to let us know before that.
Yeah,
We'll
so that
know
we can
Thursday.
Are you gonna be
decide what to
here
do.
for a while? It's Friday, so nobody's here this afternoon.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, just
I'll
let us
call you, we'll
know,
be
even
around.
if it's next week, so I won't email them.
Is there any other situations somebody wants to bring up?
So I just wanna square this away with Walt. He's right, we match. The thing is, he just didn't have the last two deposits in there, so the balance of the formula grant would be $15,008.61. And that matches with Walt. So we're matching, and it matches with the town, so we're good.
Formula grant?
No,
Could you read that
I'm sorry, gift account, gift account.
Can you read that again, please, Claudia, so she catch it?
It's $15,008.61. That's what we have in our gift account right now.
So that includes some new things.
That includes where Walt didn't have those on there. So we're good. Just wanted to clear that before.
Now, where is he moving?
Gardner.
Heritage
Heritage.
Village, yeah.
Heritage Village, so he'll be gone, so please if,
Self-starter.
we need another board member and we need treasurer. And so what I'll do is I'll work with Walt now, because now you just gotta have your accounts and everything balanced. It's like balancing a checkbook.
He said he'd help out until we got,
He said he would
Yeah.
help out,
yeah,
yes.
and get us
Yeah.
situated. But,
Have you
and
got
is
it?
there a
Oh,
meeting
you
for
had some.
next month?
Hello.
Is there a meeting for next month?
Why don't you look at the
Look at a
calendar,
date?
tell me and we'll.
Anybody else?
Pick a
I don't
date.
have my phone with me.
Well, here's it, right here.
Yeah,
Those are all 8 boxes, some 6-pack, some,
So do we
Well,
wanna
fair.
meet on Fridays, or do we wanna meet?
Any other-
Fridays are, it
No,
seems to be
I'm
okay for
Friday is
everybody,
okay?
Friday?
Thursday.
Okay, so
Thursday.
1, 2,
Thursday
3,
now?
4,
Yeah,
that's
because
really
a lot of
close
people
to the
changed it to
Christmas fair.
Thursday.
Oh,
No, no, no,
So
yeah.
Thursday is the pickup
That's
day for the
closer.
8th
1,
and
2,
the
3,
5th.
4, the Christmas
and
fair
was
would
that
be the
10 o'clock?
5th.
Yeah, 9:30,
9:30?
Really, in
When does
November?
it start? Just
Yeah,
so
this
I
is
get it
November.
through.
around 1.
Can
Around
we
what?
have it
Yeah.
earlier, just so
Thank
that,
you.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have to stick to
So-
the 4th?
we sort of know what's going on?
Do we have to stick to the 4th week?
We don't have to, I
You don't have to, you
believe.
can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
You guys
You
get,
just have to have time to announce it, so.
I have
Yeah.
to just get it
What
in.
about the
I'll put it
second
in
one?
right away.
You wanna do the 13th?
the 13th? Is that okay with everyone?
Friday the 13th?
Friday the
Friday the 13th, we won't
Oh,
forget it.
God.
Well, if we do the fair, that would be the first Saturday of the month, so that would be the first Saturday in December. So if we do it the 13th, we will have
Enough time.
3 weeks.
Right.
Not enough time, but more time
So
than
we'll see
it-
we'll see how the, COVID is by that time and see if we're clear to do something, and we'll have to plan quickly, I guess.
So
Could we,
are we gonna decorate? I mean, am I still gonna decorate in here?
Well, I know you sold all your beautiful dolls.
Well, I did sell my
She
dolls.
sold her dolls?
My daughter
Yes.
said that the dolls were old fashioned, get them out of here, they're scary.
I love them.
I got rid of them. You love them?
I do.
Oh, she told me to get rid
I'm
of
the one who sold them, it was my boots.
them.
The same time, 10 o'clock, all right with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
So can I have permission to buy some new Christmas stuff to make it look a little bit different this year? I have some ideas in my brain. We gotta do something. We can't just have the room just blah. So
Why don't we leave that up to the committee?
The fair committee?
Well, that won't leave
Ah.
Claudia enough time to
Well,
run
no,
around and
that-
buy
that's
stuff
not
and then
part of the
decorate.
fair.
right?
I know.
Well,
All right, well, we'll,
yeah, I'm
I'm fine with it.
fine with
Yeah,
it, you
we
know.
trust you.
She keeps things forever and then put them, use them, whatever.
all right.
Give her a budget.
Yeah.
Give me a budget.
What do you think?
How can you do a lot with $5?
Dollar Tree?
Generous, I was gonna say 50.
We'll see what happens. I've already got some plans I've bought. I bought some new curtains and
You can give us some ideas
500.
after.
Oh, I said 2.
Oh. 200.
Well, I don't know. You tell us what you think you need.
Well, I'm thinking 500. That way I can, if I don't spend it, great.
You can put it back in the
I can
fund.
put it back in, and I won't take it out until I get the money. I'll buy it my own self
Mm-hmm.
and then put in the slip.
Is that okay with everyone, 500?
I make a motion that we have Claudia have a budget for decoration. Holiday decorations.
Right, because we're gonna need to get new tablecloths. I got some new
Right.
curtains already. The curtains are like $70.
I'll second the motion.
Any other situations?
Oh, should we make a,
The motion's been made and
No, no.
seconded, so we've got to vote on it.
oh,
Just
Oh.
make,
who agrees with it?
All in favor?
motion to accept?
Should we make a date for planning for the Christmas fair? The committee that's formed?
Yes. So I think we should have it, what's today, the 16th? So how about we have it before the end of the month?
Oh, yeah.
So what is a good day for everybody? I'm here Tuesday. How about a Tuesday afternoon? No, oh, is that bad? For
Oh,
my
yeah, I
committee.
can't do Tuesday afternoon.
Okay, so, Wednesday, what do we have on Wednesday?
Wednesday you do all the stuff comes in and you go to the housing?
Yep, go to the housing, but we could have it in the afternoon. How is Wednesday afternoon? Is that bad? So it would have to be like
That would be
Well,
the
like the
time that you guys
21st?
can meet.
21st?
The
that good for
Friends
you?
have a meeting that
As far as I
day.
know. No, my calendar,
The
but I
Friends
think
have a
so.
meeting then?
Yeah, but it doesn't have a time on it. I don't know what time the Friends are meeting.
But some of that may not be still in place, cause the whole November one's done and people don't do all that stuff. You know what I mean?
We're gonna have to,
See, this is all filled in already. But I
yeah,
don't
but the
think this
singers
is-
aren't pitching.
That isn't even happening, so.
No, but the Friends are meeting. We're not gonna have the Wii bowling or the pitch. That's, you know,
Well, what time do you wanna meet? We can always meet at my house. It's only 4 of us.
we can always meet in the morning. I mean, they have coffee in the morning. We can meet right over there.
All right, you're part
So
of
let's.